or
Okay, no, but
something.
I was just saying about Trump. It's a little bit of a different topic.
Yeah.
I was saying about Trump that one of the reasons why he was successful on the one hand, policy-wise, but not political-wise, which in the end he lost, was that people were looking at his tweets and saying, I don't want this. Not this is too much drama for me. Too much. He's tweeting all the time, making everyone crazy. He's picking fights with all these people. Just be quiet. We want Biden. He's not tweeting. He's quiet.
He's not even alive.
He's hardly alive. Exactly. He's like a
Yeah.
house plant. You don't see him. You just walk by. But then we got Biden, and we know where we are. So what I mean is that Trump needs to learn from the first time, and he's tweeting a lot less. I think he's more disciplined. And
Right.
the
Yeah.
Susie Wilds, who's his chief of staff, is
But I
known.
have to say, like, his tweets were like so much entertainment.
Yes, I know, but they
Like
hurt him in the
good
long run.
popcorn entertainment.
Yes, I agree. They're great. I loved it when he was tweeting. It was so much fun. It's
I
also
know.
so transparent. You know what the president is thinking on the toilet. It's like something we never had. As someone who works in the news, it was the best time for business.
Right.
When Biden came, everybody went to sleep. No one's watching the news. No one cares. It puts you to sleep. Suddenly Trump comes. It's very interesting. And now he's doing it, but without the tweeting. He's every day signing executive orders
Right.
about everything. And the fact that you even need an executive order to tell you there's a man and a woman, it's very interesting that you have to do it, but he did it.
Did you know that?
That we need to have an executive order.
No, that there were like there is a man in him before.
Well, before that, I was scared to say it because they would fire me. No, I'm joking. But
Who would fire you?
no, my place was fine. But I mean, a lot of people were scared to say, in America, in the West, people lost their jobs because they tweeted about,
Yeah.
Biological sex and stuff.
It's so ridiculous. Did you ever? I don't know. You're probably a man. Did you have did you encounter sexism in workplaces and stuff?
As a man?
Yeah, no.
Well, most of the people that I work with are women or gay, so that's
So,
just
yeah.
the news. No, well, I never felt sexism or whatever, but I think maybe I wasn't looking for it. So you know what I mean? Like a lot of times,
sometimes it's in your face,
well,
like as an
sure.
engineer.
You work.
There were not anymore, but yeah, as an engineer, there were places where like somebody came said like sexist things towards me. And I went and I complained to the boss and I said like, do you want to do anything? I was like, nah. I was like really angry. And
He
I was
asked you if you want to do something, and
like,
you said,
my boss.
He said, do you want to discipline this person?
Like, yeah, if I want.
And you said no.
I said no. Because the thing is, like, I was so good with engineering that after a while, he never said anything sexist again. Just because I was so good at my job, I don't think he had it in him to say anything anymore.
Yes.
But I think it's a privilege. Like, what if you're just a normal person? Like, a good engineer, but maybe like...
But I also think that this is the new topic. I also think that one of the things that we've gone to like a victim culture, because the more you're a victim, the more you're celebrated. So
Right.
in popular culture, especially now with in woke culture, but that's popular culture totally embraced this. And I think that we're still there. You'll see on like everybody on any reality show, all the contestants, in order to be seen in a better light, are explaining how bad their childhood was.
Yeah.
So you'll go to like Dancing with the Stars, or even worse, like America's Got Talent, or the equivalent in Israel of
Oh, yeah. And you have this,
you'll have like the 2 minutes where the contestant is telling about it. So when I was young, my parents left me for 5 minutes in the shower or something, and I fell and hit my head. And since then, I felt lonely, and everybody like left me. Or I was in a one-parent home, and my mother was working all the time, and she never was with me, and all these things. And it's all like I was alone without my parents in a foreign country since the age of 14, and I never thought to bring it up in any sense of like to make people feel sorry for me. It's like it's not even a thing. But and why am I bringing this up is that instead what we should be telling people is, you face adversity, good, use it to show them. Show them how good you are.
I don't know if you need to show anything to anyone.
For yourself.
But it's just part of life, I guess.
True.
Also, like, I never talked about I never saw like, I don't like it, But there were times when, since I had my channel, where I had to come out and tell people, listen, you think being refugees is awful, but technically I'm a refugee myself. My parents were refugees twice. So they had to flee the civil war in Georgia and then Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And we were, for 1 year when I was born, we were in the brink of starvation. So crazy stories, just trying to survive. And then we came to Israel. We had absolutely nothing. And, and I remember that, like this rebuilding and stuff. But I just think that people are like, oh, like, let's put things in proportion, okay? You can start over.
Yes.
Like, you can. And like, to me, it was just even saying that, listen, I was like, this is something I've never said in my life until I had that channel, where I was like, I have to come clean and explain something. Like, first generation refugee, my parents were refugees twice. You need to understand, like, this is life goes on.
Yes. And exactly, and also how trivial a lot of the people are complaining of their problems are. Like, these little problems become huge things to order to gain sympathy and like make people feel sorry for you. And I think it's not good for people to feel sorry for you unless they need to feel, it's like you need to be able to handle your own problems a lot of
I think
times.
it's just that people, that somebody comes to them saying, I was a refugee, and like they don't have the experience. Like, I felt like somebody needed to say, hey, listen, not an excuse.
And someone said that to you?
No, I said it to them, like, listen, not an excuse. I could say the same thing.
Thanks for tuning in to the Western Spirit podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. See you next time.